verses 1 to 10. Now a man from the house of Levi went and married a Levite woman. The woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that he was a fine baby, she hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she got a papyrus basket for him and plastered it with bitumen and pitch. And she put the child in it and placed it among the reeds on the bank of the river. His sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. The daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, while her attendants walked beside the river. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her maid to bring it. When she opened it, she saw the child. He was crying, and she took pity on him. "This must be one of the Hebrews' children," she said. Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and get you a nurse from the Hebrew women to nurse this child for you?" Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Yes." And so the girl went and called to the child's mother. Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child and nurse it for me, and I will give you your wages." And so the woman took the child and nursed it. And when the child grew up, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and she took him as her son. And she named him Moses, because, she said, "I drew him out of the water." The second reading is from John 19, verses 25 to 27. Meanwhile, standing near the cross of Jesus were his mother and his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing beside her, he said to his mother, "Woman, here is your son." And then he said to the disciple, "Here is your mother." And from that hour the disciple took her into his own home. Here ends the reading. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of our heart be acceptable unto you, our rock and our redeemer. Welcome to this rather unusual Mothering Sunday thought of the week rather than sermon. Today's readings both celebrate motherhood and they celebrate adoption. They celebrate lots of different ways in which care is given and care is received. They refer both to the joys and to the pains of motherhood, as both John describes Jesus letting go of his mother, and a little bit the other way around in Exodus, the mother of Moses letting go of her son. Moses' mother gives Moses up to save his life. Jesus gives his mother up to save the world. In both contexts as well, in both stories as well, celebrate that kinship and community go further than just bloodlines. The amazing story where the Pharaoh's daughter, who is the real enemy, takes care, saves and brings up the deliverer of Israel. And again, also in Jesus' story, it begins as those 4 women are standing around the cross. 4 women signifying the whole world, the 4 corners of the world coming together here to see Jesus' death. As we in our communities come together at this time when there is a lot of fear and anxiety in the air, how can we together be Mother Church, which is where another mother comes in? The motherhood of the community that cares far beyond bloodlines and kinship. Let us in the valley come together and care for each other, like Pharaoh's daughter cared for Moses way beyond culture and way beyond the known community for her. And as Jesus asks John to care for his mother, again way beyond what would have normally happened there. Let us come together and care for each other in the valley. Amen.